I'm recording the computer. There we go. Listen, there's no one right or wrong way. You know, it's just a case of kind of going through the motions and making sure that, you know, you're doing what you're doing, and creating that intrigue is the right way to go. Oh, here's Dan.
Hello, mate.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm driving, so if I get off the call, it's because
some policeman stopped you in the middle of New York or whatever.
Yeah, I've just been to a massive Zumba event. Yeah.
That looks like some blinking big steering wheel. What are you driving, a truck?
Yeah, it's my brother's Chevy.
International call. So yeah, Estelle, you know, listen, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You know, you just got to kind of like go out there, and the consistency is the key, really. You know, the more consistent you are, the more you're putting things out there, the more people will be intrigued, and the more that, you know, they'll create that interest for them.
Yeah, it's definitely getting easier to talk about it as well. I find when people ask me, you know, certain things, easier to just have flows, and it's more easier to doing.
And how you get on with your own, you know, story? I mean, how you get on with Juice Plus yourself?
Really good, amazing. A few weeks ago, I went to the dentist. I was telling the guys I had a small, I don't really get cavities, but it was a little tiny one forming. They said, "Oh, come back in a couple of weeks, you know, and let's see how we go." Not bothered about it too much. And when I did go, the dentist was astounded. He said it's healed itself and the gum's grown over it. And yeah, so improvements to my teeth. But yeah, generally my hair as well, I found is looking better. Compliments about my hair I had on Friday at work about, "Oh, your hair looks really good." So yeah. But yeah, generally good. Yeah, skin wise.
You're looking more beautiful by the day, Estelle.
Oh, he always has the right.
You see,
hola, cat.
We can silence this bloke, shall we? The good thing is, if you succinctly put that in a story and get used to repeating that story all the time, that's the thing that really kind of, you know, creates a huge amount of kind of conversation. And I always remember, and it's quite funny actually, because there's a dog and cat version of Juice Plus.
Yeah.
Right. And we used to get it for our dog. We still do, but he's now living with Michelle's mum and dad down in Wales. And when we used to take him for a walk, everybody used to say, "Oh my God, that dog's coat is unbelievable." And the conversation always used to go, "Oh, by the way, there's a human version of what he takes." And we used to talk about, you know, the fact that you could actually get, you know, your skin and your hair and everything looking as good as the dog's. It was the funniest thing ever, honestly. And it was like the reverse of the conversation that you would want to have. But if that's all it takes, then that's all it takes, you know?
Yes, yeah. It's our payday. As I work in a primary school, so it's our payday at the weekend. So a few people who've said, "Oh, next payday, you know, I'm ready for them." So I'm just going to be sort of, I might just say, "Look, I'm in, you know, I work in the school office. I might just say, let's do it here, you know, let's sign up and do it." So yeah, we've got little things going on, and yeah.
Set a reminder. That's the one.
Gordon, tell Estelle how Charlie's been building his business, because Estelle's daughter is really interested in the business as well.
Yeah, you know, listen, you know, Charlie, whom you met at the last meeting at the Buckinghamshire, you met him, didn't you? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, our son. So he's actually kind of very keen to, you know, kind of move forward. In fact, he's at a meeting tonight. Michelle would be sitting here next to me, but him and Michelle have gone to a meeting in London tonight. And, you know, he's keen to kind of, you know, really smash the business in the next 12 months before he goes to university.
Amazing.
Which I'm really keen about.
Sorry to interrupt. I was at the first Buckinghamshire one in, I think it was the end of August.
Right.
So I wasn't at the last one, so no, I didn't meet him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what he's doing, and he's really working towards actually, you know, building up a kind of fund of money that he can fund his own university, and I'm all for that. You know, hello, hallelujah. But what I'm really keen about is the fact that, you know, he's going to learn a life skill that could actually take him to, you know, wherever he wants to go in life, you know. And it's not just about, you know, building a Juice Plus business, but, you know, what he will learn along the way will be invaluable for the rest of his life. I met a young man today, and speak about being a rhinoceros, okay? His father gives him, there's three books that you need to kind of read if you want to be, it's called Rhinoceros Success, the follow-up book, I can't remember what it's called, and then the Rhinoceros Returns or something like that. His dad, and he's only 14, his dad makes him read every single one of these books at the start of January.
Wow.
And he focuses attention in life. If you want to be successful, read these books. And that's, I mean, since he was an early age, he's been doing that. And I was just like gobsmacked in terms of, you know, his attitude for a 14-year-old, you know, it was incredible.
Okay.
So
yeah, Sophia is, she's 20. She's in she's gone into her final year at Reading. So she's doing her, you know, it's her final year. So she's just kind of a bit busy with everything. But she's trying, she's got the capsules with her. I sent her off with them. So she's taking the capsules. It's just kind of finding a way or fitting it all in with what she's doing, you know, with the dissertation preparation and everything. But maybe if we can get her added to some of the groups that we're in, she's certainly be useful for her to kind of, because she doesn't really know much about what I'm doing, because I think I signed up in August and she was at home and then she went on back to uni, so she doesn't really know exactly what I've been doing since she's left. So she knows that I'm involved with but this is my Facebook really, and that's it.
okay. And she's training to be a medic, is she?
No, she's actually doing film and television and English literature.
Okay. Great. So Giuseppe, over to you. What do you want to do? Because there is only Estelle on the call, but I'm quite happy to go through the motions and talk about, you know, what we kind of chatted around before. And then because we're recording it, we can put it onto the file afterwards anyway.
Yeah, let's do that. One of the things that I want to actually to emphasize and maybe to talk about in this call is about the engagement of the people. You know, I know it's difficult to get motivation, and it would be nice to have some tips of how to get motivated.
Okay, so just say that again. Engagement of the people, did you say?
Yeah, engagement in general. You know, when we try to do some training call, the participation is not as we always would like to have it. And it seems that people are expecting the upline to chase them more than the downline chase the upline. It should be the right way to do it.
Well, that's a big challenge. That's the kind of like you know, 1,000% question, isn't it? Really, you know.
Jordan, can I chip in there? Hello.
Yeah. You keep on coming in and out, Dan. Yeah, but you're coming in and out.
Oh, sorry.
You have to
hear me now or no?
Stop and speak to us.
All right, forget about me then if it's not working.
Okay. I mean, in many cases, Giuseppe, just answer that question. You know, it's a difficult one because, you know, the engagement side of it, you know, I think we talked about this before. You know, people come into the business for all sorts of different reasons. And, you know, what we've got to do as leaders is to kind of try and find out those reasons and help them kind of manifest themselves into, you know, our business and building the business. And I think I told you before, you know, when I first looked at this, as an accountant, I was trading my time for my money. And, you know, I could put more time into my business and get paid more money, but there was only 24 hours in any one day. And what I saw with the Juice Plus opportunity, here was a way of leveraging my time and actually getting 1% of 100 people's time as opposed to 100% of my own time. And, you know, the big challenge that we face, and we all face this, not just you, not just me. I've sponsored maybe 150 people in my business. And between Michelle and I, we've maybe got 13 lines in operation. So you do the maths. 1 in 10 people in this organization will do what you want to do, will do what they want to do. The rest, sadly, will actually take the product and maybe not kind of carry on. Do you know what I mean? So it's actually the law of averages in safety in numbers. The more people you speak to, the more people you're going to come into the program. I think one of the big challenges we face, we almost let people in too easily into our organization because we're keen and we're eager to actually get them involved. And what we should do is question the reason why, they want to come in more, and actually kind of find out their big, motivation. And Michelle and I are going to be in Liverpool talking about this at the conference. A lot of people, if you understand what their why is, you can then motivate them a little bit more, and you can understand where they're coming from. And that's the thing, because you're driven, because your why is so solid and you see it and you understand it, that doesn't mean to say it's the same with everyone else. And I spend more time with people trying to find that out more than anything else.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Does that make sense for you too, Estelle? Because you're there as a new person in many ways, and one of the things that we have to do as kind of leaders is show you the way in which to move forward. And I hope you and in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll share a screen, and you got to promise not to tell anyone about it when you go to Liverpool. Oh, I've seen this before, because Michelle and I are going to use this one slide as part of our presentation, but it's so relevant here. Let me just see if I can get it up quickly. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Let me put it on full screen. There we go. Okay. So one of the things that I first recognized when I came into the program, as I said, was that we trade time for money in any organization, whether you're self-employed, whether you're employed, or whatever else. But the thing that I learned about the Juice Plus business and network marketing especially is that the line that you normally trade in terms of time for money, which is a straight line in employed situations, is totally different in network marketing. In the first year, the line goes like that. It's a diagonal line across the way. So you might be putting more time than you get money out of the business. But what you're doing is you're building a foundation for the future. And that's the key. Once you build your foundation, your business will really start to explode from there. And in year one, that might be the case. In year two, you might be trading less time and getting a little bit more money. And in year three, it might even balance out. And I always remember John Holowati, who's one of the top earners in the UK. He actually earned in the first year some ridiculous amount of money, like £250. In the second year, he earned £3,000. And in the third year, he earned £8,000. I mean, how many people would have quit if they'd actually earned that kind of income from a part-time business? It wasn't exactly a good story to go out and share with people, was it?
Yeah.
In year four, he found 2 or 3 people that just took it to another level, and he earned £640,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now he's putting a little bit of time, and he's getting a huge amount of money out of our business. The reality of it is he's putting a lot of time in because he wants more money out of the business because, that he can see the benefit of what he's doing. And, that's really something that's very, very important to understand. The second little picture there is a picture of a rhinoceros in a kilt. And I hate to tell the guys on stage on Saturday, but I was the chief rhinoceros when I first got involved in the business. And what we did, hello Claudia, and what we did when we first started was we actually set ourselves a goal and a plan. We had a dream and we had to implement it by putting a goal together. But what we did was, once we got those goals, we just put our head down and we charged, just like a rhinoceros. And we didn't look left, we didn't look right. We just kind of got into our business and created a momentum. And, you know, I know Giuseppe and, you know, yourself, you've created that momentum. I mean, I've never seen anyone sponsor as many people as you have in the first 3 to 4 months of your business. It's been incredible. And that's fantastic, because, you know, you're going to create that momentum that's going to kind of keep you going. And what I did when I first got involved, I probably saw 80 to 90 people in the first 60 days of my business. Personally, we didn't have Facebook then. We didn't have the internet the way you guys have. I had to go and physically phone them up and go and visit them. And that's how our business really kind of created it. So this was a person that came in my business in 1992. She was a graphic designer, and she put this kind of picture together of the rhinoceros in a kilt with a little bit of tinsel on top of his nose, holly on top of his horn. And that was a Christmas card that I sent out to all my team in 1992. So, you know, being a bit of a rhino is the way to go forward. And, you know, it comes back to what I was saying about that young man today. You know, his dad makes him read that trilogy of the Rhinoceros Success, those books every year, just to show him in life what he needs to be doing in terms of his own life. And, you know, he's still at school, he's still studying away, but wow, what an opportunity he's going to have when he grows up. Yes. The next kind of area is the CD that you see there. And one of the things that we need to encourage people is you need to kind of go back to university in many ways. You need to go back to school and start to learn how our business works. And as an accountant, it took me 7 years to even sit the final exams of accountancy. That's how hard it was. And even then, you know, if you failed them, you still had to go back and resit the exams and all the rest of it. But I knew that if I didn't put in the effort, I would never get the work done. So I had to study, I had to learn. And here's the deal. Leaders are readers. Leaders in our business are readers in our business. And if you're not reading a book, if you're not getting immersed in something to understand how our business operates, then you're doing yourself a disfavor. Because certainly when I came into the business, I had no terms of reference as to how to do this business. So I started to study it and learn from not just the people above me or across the way, but from the books that were going on. You know, I read, you know, and listened to, you know, how to build a network marketing business. I read, you know, network marketing for Facebook. I read, you know, the power of The Secret and understanding what that was all about. And that's what you have to do to apply yourself in terms of our kind of whole, if you like, organization. And you've got to share that with other people. So when you get someone new in the business, you can share that. Look, I've read this. This is what I understood. These are the tips that I got from there. And this is how it works for me. And that's the most important thing that you can share with new people.
Red circles.
Yes, exactly. Whoever that was. And
Sorry.
There we go, no problem. The last caption there is do you see that? Yeah?
Yes.
So the last caption is two guys digging for diamonds. And, you know, the one at the top is hammering away at the mine, and, you know, he's coming on, and there's the vein, if you like, which is, you know, still some way away from him, but he's giving it large. But the guy at the bottom is actually giving up. He's given up completely. And let me tell you, if you sponsor someone who goes and becomes a diamond within your business, as leaders, our job is to find the good people and the diamonds within our business, and to get a bit of cloth and polish them up and help them and work with them and that type of thing. The worst thing that can happen to anyone in their business is to give up. Yeah? Is to give up. And it will only take you one or two people, one or two diamonds to kind of really explode your business. And it's actually finding that kind of whole scenario. So if we come back to your original observation, Giuseppe, about, you know, kind of like your team and the people and taking responsibility, you haven't just found your diamonds yet. You know, you're still looking for your diamonds, or your diamonds have got some rough edges. You know, they haven't really understood the concepts behind it. Or maybe they need to read some more information about the book, you know, and find out what is in their life. Or you need to have the conversation and find out where they are in terms of why they want to do this business. So, you know, those are the 4, if you like, tips that we're going to give at the conference. So if you see them again, you've got to be really surprised. And Claudia, are you coming to Liverpool?
Yes, I am.
You are. So when you see this slide, you're going to say, oh my goodness gracious me, I remember that, but you've got to say nothing to do. But does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. And really, you know, at the end of the day, our business is to, when we bring someone into the program, what they bring to the party is, you know, Estelle, your credibility and your contacts are one thing, but what we marry that up with is our knowledge and our expertise, if you like, in the Juice Plus business. And together we lock arms and build that business together. So, you know, when I first got involved, my sponsor did something called me. It was show, try, and do. So what he did was he showed me what to do. He then watched me try doing the thing that he did. So we would go out together. We would kind of speak to prospects together. We would have a smoothie party, perhaps. And then he would speak. And then the next smoothie party that we would have, then I would speak and he would be there, but he wouldn't say anything. And then after that, I was kind of left to do the smoothie party by myself. And we had a conference call the other week with a lady in America, and she said, and it was right, she said, look, the Juice Plus business is not about building an orphanage. We don't want people that are going to be little children forevermore, that you've got to hold their hand. We're building independent leaders and distributors. So the most important thing is to get people independent as quickly as possible. So showing them and letting them try and letting them do themselves is the most important thing that we can actually do for the guys that we bring into the program. And, you know, that's really, really kind of my kind of words of wisdom. How about some questions? Anything, Claudia, you've just joined. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you're going on. I think did I send you an email today?
I'm not sure. I didn't check the emails today.
No, I didn't. It must be the last.
I just got home really, really busy with a little one. So no, I need to sit down and check my emails.
Okay.
But no, I didn't see an email. But yes, well, I think that Liverpool is gonna help me more.
And are you on the
I know a little about the business.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I need to learn a lot more about it. But yes, yeah, I'm doing my best.
And are you taking Juice Plus?
Yes.
And how are you getting on with it?
Yes, it's doing well. I should be more consistent to it. If I am being honest with you, I know that, but I know the difference when I am, for instance, having a shake before my classes. I definitely can see the differences, on performance or energy-wise. But actually, on last Thursday, one of my students, after 5 weeks, she's already can see the results.
Wow.
I know, amazing. And so, she was talking about it with my other students. So yes, it works because straight away I had another order because of that.
Wow. You see, my wife is a beauty therapist and she tells her clients, it only works if you take it.
It's like a Canada post these days.
Yeah. And she also tells her clients, it doesn't matter what you slap on the outside. If it doesn't work on the inside, it's not going to manifest itself up there. So,
definitely.
So, more energy.
No, I'm taking the capsules.
Yeah.
Regular every day. I never forget about the capsules because I used to take vitamins anyway, so I'm used to that. you know,
Right.
having to say hello.
Hello. Is this your princess?
Do you eat your chewables every day?
Yeah.
You always remember, don't you? Every day. She's always telling me, Mommy, I want my chewables. Don't you?
Wow.
Right, finish.
And you know, children are the best ones of all, really. You know, Michelle and I have got 4 boys. My wife and I have got 4 boys between us, and they've all been on Juice Plus. And our youngest is 18, and he's just kind of taking a gap year. And he's probably our kind of Juice Plus baby. He's been on it since about 5, I think. And since then, yeah, he's really found the benefits. So good.
Well, the issue we have at school is that Almita's friends, who are 12, 13 years old, are full of pimples because, you know, they are preteens.
Yeah.
And I ask Alma, why do you have that skin? Why you don't have any pimples? And I was like, Juice Plus, you need to get Juice Plus.
Yeah. I think that was the same with one of my kind of sons as well. You know, I don't know whether puberty and things like that, you know, is related to nutrition, but I'm sure it's got some kind of, you know, hold on it, etc. And, you know, he was one of the only children that didn't have spots at school when he was like 16, never mind about, you know, 14 or 12 or whatever. And they used to inspect what he had in his lunchbox because they wanted to know what the secret was. So, you know.
It's funny you said that, actually, because Olivia, my youngest, who's 17, she actually said to me last week, and her friends were complimenting on her skin and her hair, and she's been taking Juice Plus as well, the capsules. So again, yeah, her friends have noticed. So that's another thing. I keep forgetting that I should actually post more about her. You know,
yeah. Good. Anything else, Giuseppe? What do you think? I mean, you know, are you guys working online? Or are you working offline? Or how are you building your businesses?
Well, yesterday, actually, we decided to travel to London. It was a nightmare of a trip because we arrived home at 3 o'clock in the morning. All the roads were closed. It was disaster, but it was good because, for example, we met with Gabriel, who joined the business, but he hasn't had time to go on the website, and that's something that is so important for everybody in the team. The resources are there, the videos are there. There's so much information on the website, and he was so cute because he thought the boosters were the shakes. So when he placed the order, he wanted to place, you know, the premium capsules and the shakes, but he got the boosters. And he said, no, but I don't like the way they taste. And I said, but what are you doing? And he said, oh no, I'm having those boosters. I said, no, those are not the shakes.
So we're actually trying to move a bit more offline and get to do a bit more of trainings and just talking to people face to face as much as we can.
Yeah.
We are going to see Claudia in Jersey very soon because I know she feels alone.
Yeah, I do.
Is that where you are, Claudia? You're in Jersey?
Yeah. Yes,
one of the guys that helped my wife get to senior sales coordinator is actually based in Jersey. And he is or was a personality there, and he actually he was a Commonwealth Games athlete, and he represented Jersey in the Commonwealth Games in Australia in 2006.
Wow.
And his first order that he placed was enough to move him to a direct distributor position. I said to him, I said, look, you know, why don't you just come in and kind of, you know, when you're finished with your athletics and all the rest of it, you can join the business or whatever else. His name is Paul Clements.
Okay, Paul Clements.
Clements.
Everybody here knows everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, they have in Jersey, they have a show every year called I think it's called something like the Homes and Gardens, and they alternate it with Guernsey. So 1 year's in Guernsey, 1 year's it's in Jersey, and it's a weekend thing. So it starts on a Friday night. The mayor comes along and then opens the thing up. Then it's Saturday and Sunday. This guy, Paul Clements, he's still, I think it's a record. He did 56 customers in one weekend.
Wow.
56 customers. And he went to sales coordinator. And as a result of him going to sales coordinator, Michelle went to senior sales coordinator.
One second, I want to.
Yeah, 56 PPPs.
Do you think that that weekend when we go to Jersey to Claudia's event and the business presentation, we can invite him for?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll connect you up, and you need to give him some notice. You need to give him some notice. But he's now a yoga teacher. He's finished doing his kind of.
Fantastic.
He went from being an iron. No, he went from being what was he? He was a triathlete, and then he did Ironman, and he represented. I think he swam. Is there not an island games or something like that? All the islands in the world, and then
we do that.
Yeah, he's been in Hawaii and all these kind of places.
Oh, wow.
Represented.
What's his name again? Sorry.
Paul Clements.
Okay.
Paul Clements.
I'm sure
I'll connect you up with him. In fact, when Dan was over there the last time, I tried to get him there, but it was too short notice. I didn't really know about it until very soon. But,
so we'll send you the details, Gordon.
Sorry?
We will send you the details
Yeah.
for the business presentation when we are in Jersey.
Yeah. And in fact, Paul kind of got a few people involved in the Juice Plus business over there. And then kind of moved away a little bit. So he's still involved as a distributor, but he's kind of like dropped out and come back in, dropped out and come back in. But he's still the product. He still believes in the product, and he still takes the product. And there was another lady, I'll have to look up her name. It was a double-barreled name. And she was a great advocate. She was a swimmer. And she swam the channel, but she didn't just swim it.
Sally.
Hey?
Sally, sorry.
Yes.
What's Sally's last name?
Sally Gravel, something or other? That's it.
Minty, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
she was in Juice Plus as well. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ask her because she's my daughter's swimming teacher.
Well, she's everybody's swimming teacher, isn't she?
Yeah, she's still.
Everybody literally goes through Sally Minty Gravel because they know, she's an amazing swimmer. And she swam the channel both ways. It wasn't just one way. She did it there and back,
That's insane.
I know.
Yeah.
So, I can put you in touch with these girls. And, you should connect with them. Sally's not in the business anymore. But I tell you what, if you went back to her and, about class and talk to her about
I'm going to see her on Tuesday.
Yeah, mention my name, mention Paul Clements. She might come in,
Yeah, definitely.
And her contacts were huge.
Yeah, she knows a lot. Yeah, it's like, people, of that age here in Jersey, they know everybody.
Everybody.
It's like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that my mother-in-law probably knows him as well, so I'm going to ask her.
Yeah.
I'm going to contact him. I found him on Facebook, so I'm going to send him a friend request and a message. Well,
you can do a messenger and just say, you did chat with me, Gordon Wilkie, he reckons, da-di-da-di-da. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we have some friends in common, obviously, so, there you go, yeah.
That's always the interesting thing. Everybody's got friends in common, haven't you?
Yeah, well, most of in Jersey, everybody knows everybody.
That's why you have to behave very well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Jersey, yes.
Absolutely.
That is actually one of my main concerns about once I started with Juice Plus as a business, because here everybody knows everyone, so I don't want to mess up anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like kind of hard because with Zumba, I already know a lot of people that already knows Claudia from Zumba. You know what I mean? Like if I meet somebody, you are the famous Claudia from Zumba. So it's like I'm, a little bit of scare, taking it slowly because I don't want to mess it up over here. because everybody knows everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. But that was the same concern that Paul had in many ways. And by doing that show that we did, and I don't know when it is, what time of year it is, it was roughly round about now. It was September, October time.
Possibly. What's the name of the show?
I think it was something like the Homes and Gardens show in Jersey. And it was Jersey and Guernsey and that type of thing. And that was a great way of being like a third party. And I went across for it. I mean, it was just incredible in terms of, everybody knew Paul as they knew you probably. But you see, that's what I said. It's your credibility in terms of your contacts.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and your credibility. And with us, it's our knowledge and experience that can marry that together. And, that's the whole thing, which is great.
That's why I think that I'm hoping Liverpool will help.
Yeah.
Also, to be with everybody there, like not being alone. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But
you're coming to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I promise you, when you leave Liverpool, you'll have a completely different perspective on the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. And you'll be 6 months ahead. No disrespect, Estelle, but the people that don't come, you'll be 6 months ahead, the knowledge that you have, because, you will get so much knowledge there at that time that it will take you to another level. I remember when I first got involved, there were no big conferences in the UK like there are now, and we ended up having to go to America. And, that journey to America was probably the thing that kept me in the business. I've been involved for 26 years now. And it was that kind of visit that took me to another level that really said, oh, I understand what's going on. And I could see a picture that I could then kind of work towards. So, gotten there. Have you got a ticket for the conference?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, great.
But I understand Claudia a little bit because with Mallorca and our brand, Mallorca, it was a very similar situation where we didn't have all the information.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
like,
that's what I thought.
We want to endorse this company, and
everybody
we don't know very
Mallorca.
much. Yeah, absolutely. But once you get information and you understand, the how legit the products are and the medical research and everything, we're super happy and confident to recommend the products and endorse the company. Yeah.
Well, on the Friday night, we're having a team dinner, and at that Friday night, we're hoping the president of the company will come to the dinner and he'll say a few words. And, when you've got a chance to seeing the president of a huge kind of multinational company like we are, sitting and chatting to everybody and saying, it just brings it all home. What an amazing company we have got, and we're working alongside, Yeah.
Right, one second. Right, ¿te vas? Sí. Ah, bueno. Te veo. Te voy a ir a visitar.
No.
Okay, so anything else, Giuseppe, you want to kind of chat through that I should speak about?
I think we covered most of the things now.
We're just trying to push the Omega blend like crazy, hoping that,
So the people that you've given me for the conference so far, are they still coming? Is Aldona still coming?
Yes, she's coming, but she's traveling on Friday.
Ciao.
Friday. She's traveling Friday. Yes, she's going to tell me today the exact day. Some people are finding difficult to leave on Thursday.
I am going to be there at 2 by 2. So I
on
think
Friday.
On a Friday, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna miss the morning. I'm gonna miss the registration, and I don't know what else. Yes.
There's some product training in the morning, and there's some business training in the the kind of like swap over. If you can't make it, you can't make it. The good news is the guys that are doing the product training are coming to our team dinner on the evening. So we'll get a chance to kind of hear from them and speak to them. So you can ask them any questions. And that'd be good. And we're looking forward to a demonstration of Zumba while we're there as well.
Yeah.
We've hired a DJ just for you guys.
Excellent.
Excellent. So we'll have our music ready.
Oh,
Claudia,
what?
you're Zumba aware. The music.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we not do something a little bit more easier, you know, that we can all follow?
You will.
Yeah.
You'll be dancing with us, Gordon.
All right. Okay. Well, listen, here we go.
Thanks,
Anything
Freddie.
else anyone wants to ask while you've got me?
Oh, no.
No. Well, listen, you know, our wish really is to kind of like, you know, for you to all become massively successful. And, you know, if you follow the principles that I've kind of mentioned, and, you know, just go out there with a light heart, share the business. I mean, listen, you know, we've got an amazing product, and it's not just the one product. We've got some products now coming down the line. We've got the Amigas that's going to be launched in Liverpool this week, and then 18 months, maybe a year, 18 months away, we've got the Tower Gardens, and that's going to be even bigger than the Amigas, and that's going to be so exciting to see what goes on there. So, you know, the future's bright. I think the future's great. There's a whole load of new people coming into the program, and they speak of the devil. Aldona. You can tell she hasn't got any sound on. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. I managed. I'm so sorry for being late.
We're just about to finish now.
Oh, that's okay. That's right on time.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, "Oh, really? I'd like to go through it again."
Oh, should we actually, you know? Should you guys
So you're coming to Liverpool as well?
Yes, indeed.
Ah, fantastic.
I know.
You will experience at firsthand the Juice Plus parties.
Should I be scared?
Yeah, they're legendary.
Oh, God. Go practicing now, salsa.
Absolutely. So Aldona, anything that you want to ask me while I'm on the phone, on the call? How are things going with you?
No, it's all good. Why it's all me now? Why is like
You just arrived.
no, it's all good though. I just actually put through. I was so busy working because I was putting some orders for you know.
Good.
Yeah, that's why I came so late.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
This is how you manage your business on the way from work, on a bus, or from the phone.
For sure. Where will we be without our phones?
There you go.
And you can be in business anywhere. We've got a lady, Claudia's in Jersey. We've got Estelle in London. Giuseppe's down in Bournemouth. You're in, where are you? London?
London as well.
And I'm outside Windsor. Yeah. So there we go. All right. Well, listen. I think we've kind of almost exhausted everything now. We've recorded this call, so I'll get it transferred into YouTube, and then I'll send Giuseppe the clip, and you can put that onto your website or whatever for people to listen to again. And hopefully that's kind of, you know, been of use for you all.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
And Estelle, I look forward to seeing you coming to the next London meeting.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I will.
20, I think it's the 24th or something like that.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Tuesday the 24th of October. Yeah, Tuesday the 24th of October.
Whereabouts, Gordon?
It's it's called the Beecham Hotel, which is up beside Chelsea. You know where the Blue Dolphin is? At the end of the Chelsea Road, King's Road. I'll send you the link to it. Sorry?
Bluebird or Blue Dolphin?
It's called I think it's called the Beecham Hotel.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's a bluebird. You.
The Bluebird, not the Blue Dolphin. The Bluebird. You're right.
That's a recorder for me.
The Bluebird.
Shows how long I was there.
Dolphin birds. Same thing.
It's the Bluebird, not the Blue Dolphin.
The blue animal.
Yeah. Same thing, isn't it? You know, one was in the sea and one was above the sea.
Flying over the sea, yeah.
Both very cheerful, so that's okay.
And the next training that we've got, the Buckinghamshire, is in November, and that's the 26th of November. And we're going to combine that with a Christmas lunch as well. So you can bring your daughter and we can have Christmas lunch afterwards.
Oh, man.
And Claudia, I'd love to come over to Jersey anytime.
Okay,
Oh
yes.
my gosh, Gordon.
You are going. Okay. Okay. But reach out to Paul and
I
speak,
will.
Where are we going?
yeah, and speak to your swimming teacher, yeah, Sally, and get her involved again. That would be brilliant.
Yeah, that would be great. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So you've met Sally.
Yes, of course I did.
You've met her. Okay.
I spent a lot of time with Sally.
I don't want to know anymore.
No. Helping her develop her business. I think that kind of really does
Sorry,
rule the tone of the conversation. No.
my Latino. That's my Latino humor.
All right. Okay. I love it. Right. I'll say good night to everybody, and thank you, Giuseppe, for laying on the call. And we'll look forward to. We've got one on Tuesday, haven't we? Do you want to tell everybody about the Tuesday one?
Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah,
Wednesday. Sorry.
Yeah. Wednesday we're gonna have a Zoom call with Gordon as well for potential customers.
8:30. 8:30.
Potential distributors. So all the people that you've been talking about the products or the opportunity, please invite them to the call. I want to make another poster with the ID and everything, so you can actually share with your prospects.
Okay. So when is that?
Wednesday at 8:30. We said
8:30
8:30
PM.
p.m. Are you teaching then?
Yeah, I'm finishing.
Same here. Might be a bit tight.
You can still invite the people.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
we
Yeah.
will talk to them on the Zoom call. So don't worry if you cannot make it exactly at 8:30.
What?
But invite the people.
What time would be better for you? Like 8:45
Or 9 o'clock?
or 9?
9.
Yeah, 9 will be good. Yeah. I'll be knackered, but yeah.
But is it something? Is it something you want to do, or is it something, you know? I mean, listen, we can do it anytime, and we can continue doing this. But it's really good with a way to actually kind of get people in, so they don't have to come to a meeting. They can hear a little bit more about it. We can go through a couple of slides in terms of business and that type of thing. Yeah.
So 9 o'clock better for everybody?
For distributors, is it for customers or distributors or both?
Prospects.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. That's
See,
fine.
all these people that you've been talking about the products and the
Opportunity.
opportunity, and
Yeah.
you need a little extra push.
Yeah.
So we are planning to have that sort of Zoom meeting quite regularly. So
yeah,
they
I
see
like that too.
So it's basically another event. Instead of renting a room and make people come to the room and invite them there, we do it on Zoom. So it's convenient. So we are trying to present no excuses for the people to just get information.
Yeah.
So if they don't want to get out of the home, they can do it at home and they can still hear the information.
Yeah, for sure.
We said 9 instead of 8:30.
Yeah, I can change. I can send out another link to you, and I can do that at 9 o'clock. Not a problem.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, lovely to see you all. I'll let you get on, and great to kind of catch up with you. And I'll see you all in Liverpool next next week. Yay!
Yeah.
Wait.
And you're all coming to the team dinner on Friday night, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
sure.
darling, have you got a ticket for the conference yet?
I will have it in a minute.
But listen, I've got some early bird tickets, so don't go and buy one. I've got some.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna have it from you.
All right. Okay.
My phone was blocked for 2 days. I was out of this planet, so I couldn't do any transfer.
All right, okay.
I will
Okay.
just
Send me a private message then, and I'll sort you out. Yeah. No
Yes.
problem. Okay. Then. Well, see you later then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet everyone.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.